Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch The Rings of Power Season 2, Episode 6. We are close to the end of this season. In fact, now that I think about it, we don't have that much episodes to discover now for this Season 2 of The Rings of Power, meaning that after that we're gonna have to wait one more year. But you know, there are long episodes, so that's okay. You know, I'm really less mad when I have to wait a lot when we have shows with long episodes and with not all of the episodes dropped at once, you know, and really when we are spending some months with the show. I'm less mad about it. So that's okay. Season 2, this is episode 6, we're close to the end, but that's totally okay. Okay, and also just a warning, I woke up this morning feeling that my throat, you know, was hurting a little, but I have the impression talking to you, because you're the first person to whom I'm talking this morning, that you know it hurts when I'm talking, so if, you know, I'm cussing a little during the episode, I'm sorry, but it's gonna be because of that. I'm saying that because on Patreon, for The Rings of Power, you have days of advance, because I'm posting, you know, I'm publishing my reaction videos for The Rings of Power, the new episodes on Friday, and on YouTube you have them on Monday. But what is important, why I'm saying, you know, that I can cuss maybe during the episode, is the fact that on Patreon you have a longer reaction part with the level 2 and the full reaction part during the episode 3. So for sure, if I'm cussing, you know, like for the full reaction part, you're gonna see it, you're gonna hear it, so I'm sorry for that in advance, but for sure I can't cut this moment and I'm not gonna replay the moment each time, so it's a warning. Like really, with the full reaction part now that I post each time on my Patreon, like really you are seeing me cussing, you are seeing me, you know, when I'm sad and when I'm crying, I'm like that, you know. I'm forced to keep these moments during the full reaction part. You have to know that I'm thinking about it each time, and I'm really like, are they really interested to see me like that, into that state? Okay, this episode of The Rings of Power, I'm glad to be there for one more episode. The last one was maybe slower than the ones before, but I said it, I was not mad about it. For me it was great because we are really focusing on the main subject of this show, the rings. And clearly, I think that I was right to think, you know, to warn you guys about the fact that if the season 1 was about how Sauron came back and convinced Celebrimbor to begin to make rings, this season is gonna be about how all of the rings were created, given to the right persons. It's already began, like, you know, the elves, they have their rings, they are wearing them, and we have also the dwarves, they have the rings, and soon they're all gonna wear them, you know, when Durin, the father, you know, the king, is gonna stop with his bullshit, or is gonna have what he wants to have. So, clearly, right now, it's just about forging the rings of the men, and during the previous episode we saw how Sauron convinced Celebrimbor to do it, because really he had doubts about it, he didn't want to do it, he refused at first, and Sauron, you know, really was like, yes, but it's gonna be good for Middle Earth. Celebrimbor was, no, not interested. You know, men, they are suffering a lot. Nah, no, not interested, you know, men, they are stupid and all. Celebrimbor, not interested. See, the rings right now, what is happening, something is wrong, so you need to help us. See, one of us got hurt during the process, so you have to get involved. And Celebrimbor was like, no, not interested. And it's really when Sauron touched to something personal, in fact, told to Celebrimbor, in fact, your rings for the dwarves didn't work, so you need to repair your faults. If not, it's not okay at all. You need to make rings for the man because of that. You did a mistake and all. Like when really it touched himself, you know, his own ambition, it worked. Celebrimbor accepted to make the rings, you know, for the man. We have that reason. We have also the reason like you lied to the king, you know. You lied to him about forging the rings. You are responsible why the rings for the dwarves, they are bad and all. So really all of the guilt that he put on Celebrimbor's shoulders, and also all of the thing about easy go in this ambition, you need to repair things for yourself also, it worked. But we have to consider that right there into the room, Anatar is the one that the other elves are listening to, because Sauron also managed to manipulate them to make them think that Celebrimbor is a dark character that they have around right now, is the one who can maybe put darkness, you know, into the rings. You have to be careful with him, he can be a bad person and all. So really the situation right now about forging the rings is so bad. And we have to remember that people are coming to visit them. Not only Galadriel, who wanted, you know, to stop Celebrimbor, who knew that something was wrong. And in fact, she was with elrond, but in fact now she's all by herself because she was captured by Adar. And I was right also to think that Adar would offer her a deal about let's work together against Sauron, we have a common enemy, something like that. Can they truly do that? You know, work together, be at war together against Sauron? I'm not sure. And we have to remember that right there, Sauron, you know, he doesn't have an army, like, he has another appearance, so first Galadriel, she needs to see him, to recognize him. I don't know what to think of that. You know, really, of that potential alliance and what they're gonna do with that. We didn't have news about Nori, Poppy and the stranger during the previous episode. I hope that we're gonna have some during this one. Clearly with Tom Bombadil also. I never know where, you know, to put the L into his name. Bombadil. And during the previous episode we had stuff also about Durin the prince, who saw that something was wrong with the ring, that his father was wearing, that it was beginning to mess with his mind, to change him, to make him greedy, and he swore to his wife, to Disa, that he's never gonna wear the ring himself. We'll see about it into the future, and we'll see also what is gonna happen for the rings for the dwarves, because Durin said to the other dwarves, I'm gonna give you the rings only if you're giving me money, you know, parts on your mines, you know, what you're gonna have from your mines. We'll see how it's gonna happen. And also the creature, when is it gonna appear, you know, that creature, the one that you woke up because you went too far into the mines, you know, too deep. Really, each time I hear Gandalf say the story about that creature. Okay, let's go for this episode. Like I said, if you want, on my Patreon you have these reaction videos for the Rings of Power earlier on Friday, when for YouTube you have them on Monday. You have them with a longer reaction part for the level 2 and with the full reaction part with the level 3 and with full opacity for everything. Let's go for this episode!
Ye rings of men, why do you still defy me? You who live not, breathe not.
You can't make them? And clearly for you to talk like that in front of everyone, it's going with the fact that they think that he's going crazy.
So chase them down.
We have tried, my lord. Full of dispatches go unanswered.
Must I do everything myself?
We are labouring as hard as we can. Some of us have noticed you seem especially ill-tempered of late, my lord.
What is your name again, Smith?
You mean you don't remember?
Of course I remember.
No, you don't.
Give me a moment. Lord Cameron. Give me a moment, I said! Everyone take a respite.
Okay, clearly you're losing your mind, they can all see it, it's going with what Anatar told them.
My mind must be covered. Or you can go and so deep into it.
But for you, your mind is everything. Is recognized because of his mind.
I'm just a cheech. But then I'm afraid you will not like the tidings I bring. Your people demand an audience. Until the 9 are complete. Nothing else matters.
Let's call that an obsession.
Very well then.
The greatest of elven smiths is consumed by his work. He asks that I handle all matters of administration in his stead.
We didn't say that, but you're taking the power right there. Okay.
We sent a search party across the river to see if there was an obstruction along the road, but only one soldier returned.
Where is he?
Washed up this morning.
They are coming for you.
He appeared to be carrying a message.
Bury him. Show this to no one. For now, all we can do is leave him in solitude. Give him time. And pray. And I trust you. To make sure the others respect his wishes as well.
Of course. Why not?
Oh, the level of manipulation is excellent. He's excellent. He would be such a toxic fuckboy into our world.
On the body. What did it say?
Where is he?
I can help you destroy Sauron.
What help could you possibly provide? Orc.
Orc.
You have the crown.
Morgoth's crown. I was told.
There are many stories of what happened, but I was there when Sauron refired it to fit himself. I was there when he kneeled to be crowned. And I was the one who used its power to slay him.
Mm-hmm.
You said the 3 elven rings saved your kind from fading. Is it true? If it is, then perhaps together this crown and your rings would be powerful enough to truly destroy Sauron.
No! The rings made by Sauron clearly not gonna work.
Elrond is Sauron, isn't he? The fate of that city now rests on your ability to put aside your pride.
Is she gonna accept? Does she have another choice? What a weird date!
Given his many years of faithful service to our kingdom, it is the judgment of this court that the accused be set free.
Now against it?
Set free! Provided, of course, he renounces his crimes and pledges his loyalty to Numenor's true ruler.
It gives you no choice, in fact.
Do you
And your
renounce
daughter is
your
gonna be
crimes?
like, you just have to say that you're gonna be loyal.
I do.
And do you accept our Farazon as Numenor's true king?
I do not.
He can't lie.
Speak louder, Lendil.
He's a man of honor, he can't lie.
Hear you properly. I do not.
You all, you're gonna be mad, but out there they're gonna respect him for that.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Thinking of asking what would warn us maybe about being murdered, no? If you are.
Quit talking.
Aww. Oh, puppy! I'm glad for you. But she's not gonna want to leave. Like really? MERiadoc, Poppy, PiPPin. Like really? There is something right there.
Those big folk are only after us to get to him, the stranger. Journey's out fairly might well be putting the whole world at risk. How many times you told me he's important? A few more of a rabbit's dozen, I suppose. Thing is, Nor, sooner or later, when you say something enough, you start believing it. I say we fight for it.
Girls.
Dark Wizard found his staff. And now, the time has come for you to find yours.
Yes! Help him, teach him.
Which one is it? You'll find your true staff only when the vision of your heart is signaled to the service of the secret fire. One could spend months searching up there. You have all the time you need.
Yes, let's begin now.
Unless there is somewhere else you wish to be. Somehow I know. Unless I find her soon, she will die. Both of them will die. Many that die deserve life. Who are you to give it to them? Well, tell me that she's safe. I can return to you. No, you cannot.
No?
There are times when one path becomes two, and you must choose.
No.
She is my friend. Your friend, or your destiny.
Maybe saving her his friend, you know, is part of his destiny. And that's what you're gonna learn.
He summoned me, Father. No, he did. I see the seven serving you well, Prince Durin. They're serving someone well. I'll give you that. Circumstances have changed. I have just learned that Eregion is under threat of invasion. Without Mithril, the remaining rings of power may never be complete. We need more. How much shall I offer you? There is nothing you can touch. Of what? We can provide a steady supply of timber to help build platforms, mine shafts, or perhaps Isildur prefers something more precious.
What do you think? You're talking to his heart right there.
The answer is no. Please give my regrets to Lord Celebrimbor.
See that little smile? He knows what he's gonna do to convince you.
For a moment, I was afraid you'd taken leave of all your senses.
Wait.
On the contrary, they'll be back. But
With a bigger offer?
war's coming to Middle-earth, and the army that bears the weapons and armor of Mithril is all but invincible. We can name our price. Tell Nori to double his workings. We're expanding the dig.
Too far, too deep, too much.
Take off the ring. No,
He can't.
belongs to me. No. You belong to it. If it is otherwise, please, prove it.
It's too late, I can't.
Nothing to prove to you, boy.
And he has a big ego, which is gonna help him to deny that.